Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with a brand new show here on Schmoe Me the Money. The name may look the same, but if you look based on the title of the video and the thumbnail, this is just going to be an interview. Me and Jeff with two amazing guests on here. Two dudes that have like some amazing chemistry. Love these guys are just so funny together. As you can see, we will have Jacob Wittneben. Wittneben. I will get this right. I will not be the one person in this space that butchers that name because we all know it's gonna get butchered like hell. So that's why I had to ask, how do you say this? So then I spelled it out phonetically so that if I forget, I just look. But no, it should be fun there. But we had some entertaining stuff go on here in the chat before we even got started. We had the amazing Austin Monlog that was giving us a play-by-play. Just got home. Coming up the stairs. Austin Cadell was really enjoying this. And then Austin's like, that is a long set of stairs. And I agree wholeheartedly. But after all that, why don't we go ahead and bring our boys in? Introducing first, he is a rookie in the movie trivia Schmoedown on the usual suspects. It is Mr. Jacob Wittneben. What is up, Witt? How's it going, dude?
What's going on, guys?
Oh,
hey.
How you doing, man?
You know, we just have someone that lives in your building that was giving us a play-by-play.
Yeah, I don't know this man.
It's
I
gonna
don't know
get
that
butchered
man.
so bad.
I know no person named Austin.
You don't? Okay. So you just have someone that's probably stalking you. So that I'm guessing that feels absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. But introducing next, your hype man, your promo buddy, a great friend of yours. Everyone, you better get a mop ready to sweep this up because the juice has been let loose. Justin the Juice, what's up, my man?
What's going on?
Oh wow, it's these two guys again.
This is gonna be a fun night, guys.
Yes, it is,
sir.
Mm-hmm.
It already started off pretty super creepy. We got the better Ultraman in the chat. Paulina.
Her name is Gallo. Her name? No. Just
I don't care.
I don't. The same name.
I don't care. The
right.
joke works for me.
Get it right. Get it tight. So
yeah, Jeff, you can just shut your mouth. But no, fellas, me and Jeff were like thinking because we wanted something else on the channel. And I was thinking an interview show might work. Now, the other Schmoedown after show, I know. I fucked up the joke, all right? I fucked up the joke. I was trying to be clever like PLD and Kim, and it didn't work because I have the same last name. You guys do not.
Yeah, but only one of them is likable. That's the difference.
Yeah. And she had her birthday today, so happy birthday to Miss Kim.
Happy
Mrs.
Kim.
Kim.
We know you're watching.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Of course she's watching. So,
Happy
yeah,
birthday,
like, me and Jeff were like, we need some other stuff for the channel. And I'm like, well, all the other after shows have, like, an interview show. So I was like, we should try to work on one. So we were trying to figure out, like, how to make it different. So, obviously, we're going to be talking to a lot of people that are involved with the Schmoedown. And me and Jeff love talking to both of you. You both are hilarious. Great chemistry.
We love talking to you, Jacob. I know we've talked many times. This definitely isn't the first time we've ever spoken to each other, correct? Right.
I mean, I spoke to him for what, like 5 minutes on what the show after that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that was about it. So it's not like. So we're gonna have to definitely see how this goes. But if you've watched our channel before, you know that we do something a little bit different when we're talking Schmoedown. We decided to add it for this. So we will have a scoreboard. I'm not telling you how you get points. You're just gonna have to find out. So wait and see. So you will be scored on how this interview goes today.
You're putting us against each other. This is.
Jacob's like so confused.
You're a Schmoedown homewrecker.
He's like so confused. He's like, what is going on here?
Put the competitor down. Put me on the top there.
Oh yeah.
Move him down. Thank you.
All right, that
Just to make
That's so much pressure to be up there.
Yeah.
made my OCD feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, OCD is a really big thing that some people really deal with. So I sympathize with you.
But no, this should be a fun time. We're just, I mean, this is what our channel does. We just, okay, that one was not me. That was freaking Jeff. Wow, Justin didn't even say anything. See,
He did say
this is
something, and it was very important. And it was very good for people to
okay.
to
You
hear.
know what? Just because I like your shirt, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Just
No, I agree.
just
Not-
I don't know if
Just
it's a
to be
competition
Point to the
between
shirt.
Bruce and I as much as it's a competition between you guys. Just arbitrarily
So,
getting
okay.
all points.
Hold on.
Um,
No, so I actually have a big question that I want to like lead off with here. Jacob, you know you're a rookie in the Schmoedown. Now
Yes.
you haven't played yet, but you've been studying. I know that you've been practicing. You've been getting yourself together. I'm sure you probably started talking to some faction mates. So not to put you on the spot, but like many other rookies in the past, why the leather jacket and sunglasses?
I mean, the leather jacket and the sunglasses look great. I rock it. I mean, why not? I mean,
It doesn't get better.
come on. I mean, it's
All
just
right.
one of those
I
things.
mean-
Like, why does Bret Hart wear pink?
I guess that's you know it makes I get that. Yeah, I can understand that so much. Juice, you wear sunglasses all the time.
no,
I do.
that is not true. We
Well-
saw him this last week without sunglasses.
Well, all right,
Maybe.
all right.
Weirdest thing I've ever-
99.9% of the time you wear sunglasses indoors. Why?
Because they look cool and they are an essential juice clothing item. There's no juice without the sunglasses, without the hat.
Makes sense.
But yes, on with the show on Tuesday was the first time I ever appeared. No hat, no sunglasses.
Hey Jeff, do you have something to say to Matt?
Yo, man, look, I hate to tell you this, but Malcolm and Marie is not that great, and more people agree with me than you.
Oh boy. So just be careful there. Matt really loves that movie there. But
And I'm
my
glad
first
that he
question,
loves the
though,
movie. You gotta love what you love.
my first question is, how did you both meet? Justin and Jacob. How did you two meet?
man.
I just kind of want to figure out how this whole thing got started.
Yeah.
I know this story.
If you want to go for it, I can
Okay.
interject in.
So we were on this all-star little league team in our small town, just dominating. And I noticed there was this kid on my team, and he was really, really fast. And he came off the field, and I was just like, "Man, dude, you're like lightning. You're loose. You're loose like juice." He comes off the field, and he's just like, "Yeah, I am." And that's how we met. We met in little league. I quit that
Exactly.
little league, unfortunately. But yeah.
You
Yeah.
quit?
Yeah, I ended up
It-
quitting.
well,
'cause I
I
got
mean-
a line drive to the eye, dude.
Ooh.
Done.
And it wasn't
Yeah,
even during
I
a
would-
game; it was during practice.
Oh,
During
jeez.
practice by the coach's son.
Coach's
You know
son.
what?
And he was like,
Um,
"Oh, put some dirt on it." It's like, I can't see.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I was going to actually start to deduct points from you until I remembered that I too had tried to join a little league thing, but this was like Pee Wee football, and I fell under the misfortune of not knowing that you were going to get hit if you played. So I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah.
I sympathize not wanting to play sports after you get hit.
Yeah,
Sounds like
you'd
that's
be
a
why
great
you
MMA
don't
player.
even follow. I mean, Jeff, you don't even really follow sports now. So,
What are
Um,
sports?
what is sports? What is sports ball? Juice, we do have a question for you in the chat.
Oh, yes.
The director, Alan Smithy, how many Pizza USA shirts do you have? And if the answer is one, how often do you wash said shirt?
Yes, and I have a question for the director. What would you define washing as? That I don't know the meaning of that word. But yes, I have one. I thought about ordering a couple more. I thought about selling them, but I don't know if I could get. I don't know if the trademarked Pizza USA will come after me. I was gonna LLC Pizza USA because apparently it's not been LLC'd.
Ooh.
I'm also gonna LLC Justin the Juice.
You should do that soon.
Yeah, I will. But
I don't think that you can. I don't think you can necessarily copyright the phrase "the juice is loose,"
Deacon.
but that's only because that's owned by someone who definitely didn't murder his wife.
Justin, so is this what you say? Is this what you say when you watch it? Just spray it with some Axe body spray.
Yes, it's essentially I have like a 4-year-old bottle of some spray my ex-girlfriend gave me as a gift that I still have, that I spray every once in a while. That's all it takes. Little
Yeah.
Oh,
honestly, I
He's
get
being
it.
modest. He definitely has a giant closet full of Pizza USA shirts, and it's all the exact same shirts.
You know what?
I do.
I absolutely believe that.
Yes.
I definitely believe
I do too.
that
I bet like he has like a
Yeah.
closet like this, and there's just like a section of like 10 of them. Just he's like, which one do I want? They're all the same size. Which one do I want?
Yeah, like you ever watch Archer? You ever see the show Archer?
No.
No. All right. Well, Archer, just like many other different spies, that they got a whole closet full, a whole room filled with the exact same outfit because they all are the exact thing that's like their number one outfit to wear. I believe that you have a walk-in closet somewhere with a secret corridor that goes in there, and it's just miles of Pizza USA. And also, big question: why did you land on Pizza USA as your thing?
I just got really, and this was even before I like talked to anyone or was in the community. I just loved that story Gucci told on SEN, which I replayed and like clipped the audio out and put it into my Bobby Gucci tribute. So you can go back, if you listen to the tribute, you can go to when he calls into SEN and tells a Pizza USA story. So, yeah, I just thought that story was hilarious, and I've always been a big pizza fan. So I thought but actually, like, why I ended up making the shirt is because my family, we were going to do like a home movie, and I'm Juice in the show, in like the home film, and I made my character after I was so inspired by that story. I made that character so that I worked at Pizza USA. And I really was like a spy in the or something like that, or whatever, detective or whatever. But my cover was that I worked at Pizza USA. So I bought the shirt, hat, sunglasses. I bought these sunglasses for that character too. But yeah, so that story. Thanks, director. Yeah.
Just to backtrack real quick, I know that you said you're a big pizza guy. How's your cholesterol?
You know what I just started doing? This is funny. I just bought Mario for Switch, like all the old games. And what I was literally like just doing is I'm like using the Switch controllers and I'm running with Mario and jumping on Goombas and stuff. And I'm like, I'm gonna work out and play video games at the same time. And I'm losing weight.
I mean, if you really think about it, playing video games is a workout. It is a workout because you definitely work out your wrists and your fingers and
then when you rage, when you rage quit.
Hold on. What do you mean you work out your wrists? What kind of game are you playing? Like
sometimes
I'm gonna go play
rotate
Halo.
your
I'm gonna
wrists.
go play Halo, so I'm gonna do this while I'm fucking shooting.
Sometimes you rotate your wrists when you're playing. You know what, Jeff? You know what?
I don't know what you're playing with where you're going like this.
You mean this? So,
what's your favorite winter sport? Skiing.
So, Justin, you're pretty well known in the space for being just a savant on the guitar. I do have your YouTube channel here pulled up. I do want to play what I think is one of my favorite things you've ever done. One of my favorite videos that you have on your channel. So we're gonna go ahead and.
I'm curious to see what he's doing here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
What is this? Oh my god. Justin, make sure that you don't copy strike us for this.
No, this video has no copyright. There's no copyright. Oh, but I will. Yeah, I will.
Awesome.
right, I realized
Great.
this computer cannot handle me playing that, so I can only play so. My computer was like,
Was that choppy for anyone else? Was
yes,
that
it
choppy for
probably
anyone
was.
else there?
It
Yeah,
probably was. So yeah, this
Yeah.
this computer can't handle that. But Justin,
So-
what got you started playing?
Oh man. Well, I wanted like something that nobody else played. Like I literally was like, I want to have an instrument because I was sick of like trying to like join a band and they're like, oh, we already have a drummer, we already have a guitar player, we already have a bass player. I'm not good at singing. I'm like, there's got to be something I can do that nobody else does and make me be able to join any band. So I bought my first red guitar and just started making those videos, and then got the nicer sounding one, and then just went from there. So yeah, literally
And
to
you
be the
made
only
a,
guitar player.
And you also made a pretty big news with your YouTube channel here in the last few days.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Launching a Patreon.
Yes, I'm dabbling in the Patreon. I want to finally be a professional guitar player and do it for money.
Do it for money.
No, I can't justify the amount of time that I want to spend on guitar if I'm literally not getting like anything. So I'm like, even if I make, $30, it's like, that's $30 I can spend on pizza. So, and Taco Bell. So
it's a big cyclical. I get it now. Hey, Jacob.
Yes.
Quick question. So when you told the story just about how you guys met, and it seems like from the very beginning there was the juices loose. How old were you guys again?
I think we were in diapers.
yeah, we're like 4th grade maybe, so like 10.
So wait, just to back up a second, Jacob, have you been calling him Juice since 4th grade?
I didn't figure out his real name until like a couple of years ago, man.
That's a 5-pointer. That's a 5-pointer.
That's
I mean,
that is
that was 3 point. That was at least 3 points here for me. What did you think his name was?
Juice.
So you were in 4th grade and then you started hanging out, like you had play dates or whatever, and like did you like tell your parents, hey, Juice is coming over, and were they like apple or orange?
Oh, like he's not driving a white Bronco, is he?
He's 4th grade,
Yeah,
Mom.
he's in 4th
His
grade.
dad has the Bronco.
Yeah.
I think it was one of those things where I called him Juice, and they asked for his last name, and I was just like too scared to ask what his real name actually was.
Did you make something up then if you didn't ask?
Yeah, I'm probably something like Alan Smithy or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, one of those fake names.
His name is Juice Smithy. Everyone just calls him Alan.
Juice Smithy.
Yeah, no, my real last name is Denuzio.
Yes.
So,
Well, someone
Jacob,
has to be.
you just within like the last week or so, you have been drafted into the movie trivia Schmoedown, playing
Yes.
for the inglorious one, Sam Levine, and the Usual Suspects, which I freaking love that name. Like, I'm like, I see, I got it. You probably have a lot to prove this year, as your faction has 2 IG players, you
Yes.
and Amaru Moses, who
Mhm.
actually has a match scheduled there. So, playing against the person I wanted to see you actually go up against first, Jesse Swift. I know you guys have something going on there. So, what I want to ask is, you would probably want to be the one to give Jesse his first loss, but you probably don't want your faction mate to lose. Which would you rather have? Give Jesse his first loss, or see Moses win in that match?
That is
That's a good question.
Oh man.
It's tough.
Because I'm like,
Honestly, I love Amaru, so I'm really excited to see Amaru win. I really am. You know, all the way usual suspects. Let's get it every time.
That's
That's
the right answer.
Yeah.
That's
That
the
is
right
the
answer.
right
you might want to have a
answer.
rivalry.
I'm not.
You
That might not be the
have a
selfish
rivalry.
answer.
You might want to have a rivalry that you're trying to create here, but also you don't want to be like, yes, I'm rooting for my faction to not get points. You don't want to be that guy, especially with so
really-
much on the line this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be
Yeah.
a little of if when Jesse loses, it'll be a little of like, okay, well, when Jacob plays his first match, he will win, but at least if he loses, we'll have Jacob would be a likely, so it'd be a good consolation prize if
Now,
somehow
one thing-
Jacob lost.
Yeah. One thing that I noticed was, this whole rivalry thing between like you and Jesse kind of started throughout all of these, interviews and whatnot. I don't know. Is that kind of like where it began, or did you do fan league stuff, or like where did you first interact with him, and then how did it become such an antagonistic relationship?
What happened was Juice, unless you have an answer for this,
I do have an answer for this.
go for it.
He was being interviewed by, I think, Chill to Action or one of the action shows, and he was wearing like my type of sunglasses, and I just threw in the chat like, is it? Because I saw his video with him sweeping the floor or whatever, and I was like, is this Swiffer guy trying to steal my shtick? And he got all. He was going after me and laughing, and everyone was laughing about it. So,
Well, this comment though, the thing, the flaw in
needs to
that
be on the
comment,
scoreboard.
Austin, is why was Jesse in the same vicinity as Jake's mom in the shower? How did he get to that point, Austin? Why? Could you walk me through the steps?
This is odd because apparently,
can he
according
come in
to Wit, he
Either
doesn't
Jesse
know
was
Austin.
being either in this hypothetical, Jesse's being creepy, or Jesse is Jake's dad.
This
We-
is so great.
Yeah, Austin, you need to come tell the story.
Jacob.
I gave Jacob a sympathy point.
Oh my
There you go.
God.
Yeah. So just kind of since then, it just kind of started. So, not the shower thing. That I had no idea about that. But the call to action. So,
And I heard on Facebook, I saw him post something on Facebook about how it's like, I am best IG rookie in the league or something like that. Now it's just like, hold on a second. I am in the room. And I had to say something about that.
First of
So
all,
it is.
none of y'all have played, so I don't know why
yeah.
any of y'all are talking. You're the best IG rookie in the Schmoedown. No one's played. There's no game tape on anyone.
Right, and that is also fair. But
There
at
is a
the
lot of
same
tape
time,
on talking shit.
Yeah. If Jesse
Sure.
loses, he's because he literally every stereo call that Christian has, Swift has like at least 2 or 3 messages in
Yeah,
there.
he's got 7. Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Like I get what he's doing. He's trying to go ahead and put his name out there. So with this match, he's gonna have to back it up because I think
Yeah.
if
Well,
he
you could.
loses
Here's
this
the thing,
match-
though. You could say that about any. You have to say that about Jacob here too. Jacob has definitely made sure to put his foot down as well. And at the end of the day, it's all about whether or not you can actually, you can actually put it
Yeah.
into the match. And hopefully it works out in your favor. We're really pulling for everyone. We're not trying
Yeah.
to say like we want everyone to fail. It's just we want
One
wanna see
person
some
I
exciting,
wanna see
fun
fail.
things happen.
but it's not a rookie. It's Chandru Dandapani.
Yeah.
I can't. Like he is such a freaking jerk. I'm like, I hate you with a. He's the only one that I ever want to see fail. But I do have
Right.
another question
I
for.
agree.
Buck's given up on the
Jacob.
chance of trying to get Chandru on our channel, so he's fine.
I
with
don't
saying it.
care. He knows everyone hates him. He knows everyone hates him.
no chill.
Jacob, what is
Yes.
the name of the 3rd Star Trek film to star the cast of Star Trek: The Next Generation?
Wait, Are you talking also like the third Next Generation film?
Yes.
Trying to do a Vulcan mind meld.
I'm on Star Trek right now. That's the
5,
I'm on.
4,
Yeah. So
3, 2. It's Insurrection.
Insurrection.
Oh, Insurrection dying.
All right, we may have to edit
knew
this
that.
video and take that out so it doesn't look too bad.
No, it's okay.
I thought that was easy. Sorry.
Well, no, actually,
No, that's
when
fine.
you said it, it took me a second to actually register that you were saying the Next Generation, because my first thing I said in my head was search for Spock, and then
that's
he's
what
like,
I said
wait, you
too.
said,
right.
yeah, and then you said Next Generation. I'm like, oh, and then I was about to say Nemesis, and I'm like, oh shit, wait, there's Generations too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So which is like a weird thing because it's like half and half. It's not like a full one them stars in which. So
Yeah. Jacob was never one of the guys that was like has been studying his whole life for the Inner Geekdom League. You know, he's just working with base knowledge right now, so we're cranking through. So yeah, he might not know some questions, some easy questions right now, but by the time it's match time, by the time it's game time, he will know every single question that there ever is. So
Jacob, don't feel bad. There's a lot of Schmoedown people inside
I don't feel bad.
Inner
I
Geekdom
don't
where
feel
Star
bad.
Trek is not very like. There's
Yeah.
like there was Jason Inman who just destroyed it, and then I think Alex Damon is the only current one, and maybe Brandon Hanna. Everyone else, Star Trek is not one of their strengths. So,
Well, no, without a doubt. Okay, I said this in my first promo. In my very first promo, I said this. I got. I'll admit, I got a challenge. I got a road ahead of me before my first match. But I will travel that road, and by the time I am at my first match, and everybody could say.
can you answer this one? Can you answer this one?
No, I can't. Nope. Blanking. Sorry, I have no idea.
the answer is Jar Jar
is it
Binks.
Spock?
Jar Jar Binks.
Who's
I'm
Jar Jar
joking.
Binks?
It's Watto.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's the one.
It's definitely Watto.
who plays Watto? Ryan
Plays
Nilsson.
Watto.
Organa?
Oh man.
Oh jeez.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And an alternate
But
timeline.
no, I believe I kind of know. Justin, you didn't even know that Jacob had submitted to be in the draft until you saw the draft list come out, right? Like I remember seeing in the generals chat, like you posted, and you're like, Jacob's gonna surprise some people, like, or did you
Yeah.
know that he had already submitted?
I had completely forgot. So
Wow, you're a great friend.
it was just like well, it was like
Forgetting
it was
doesn't mean you.
I didn't-
Doesn't mean you didn't know.
so I was like yes, right. So seeing the draft list, it was like, whoa, this is real. Holy cow. Okay. Because
Yeah.
we're thinking like, okay, like 3 people, like all these fan leaguers are probably going to be the only ones picked. But no, Christian went off personality, and what he saw shocked him with promos. And so, and we've got that part down, I think. So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So no, and it's all study from here, and it's been super fun so far. Like I'm helping putting together dossiers, and it's great. I've already learned so much. I might need to get in the Inner Geekdom round next year. Audition. No, I won't. But
I would love to see the Juice do that.
I don't like any of these movies.
But the thing is,
Juice.
Christian doesn't like to take names from people that already have names. But I feel like he has to take yours. Like you cannot call you Justin the Juice.
Right.
Like
right.
I don't even
Mostly
know your
because that's
last
your
name. I'm like, I don't even know your last name. This is Justin the Juice.
I mean, like the big thing is the last name on Facebook your actual last name?
Is Jacob listening? Because I don't want him to know. No, it is. Yeah, it is.
Okay,
No,
just want
I
to make
should-
sure
I should
you're,
change it. I should
you're
change
like
it.
Ricky,
His middle
you're
name
like
is
Ricky
Don,
Bobby.
his
You got
last
2
name
first
is Juice.
names.
Yeah. Yeah. So
The
I should legally change my middle name to Juice, though. That would be great.
I mean,
Your first
Or
name is
the Juice.
your last name is Juice, middle name is Loose. It's weird when you
Yeah.
actually put it together that way, the Loose Juice.
The loose juice.
But
I like it. The loose is oh man, yeah, that'd be good.
yeah,
Yeah,
I did get a message here. Just advice to follow. This is mostly for Jacob. Going forward, don't trust people with 2 first names. It's just
yeah.
just need to put that out there.
So, Jacob.
Yes.
So we now know that Jesse Swift does have his first match. So obviously, you can't play him. Well, I mean, you could play him for your first match, but now that Jesse's kind of off the board, who would you like to play first?
Oh man, that's a great question. I haven't even thought about that.
I have not thought about that. I mean, this isn't. I mean, this is technically a relevant question, but you know, I mean, the name, the battle rights itself. If I dip my toes into the Star Wars division, got to go Witt versus Witt.
Oh yes, okay.
That'd be awesome.
I think that'd be a great match.
That is good.
Witt v Witt, I think that would be a fantastic match. One that looks like he's 25, one that looks like he's 45. You got old Witt versus young Witt.
Yeah, maybe Adam
Old
Witt
Witt.
is really Jacob's dad.
Dude, Adam Witt is one of the funniest guys in this space. Oh my god. That video him and Preston did for the Smash-a-thon, the reaction to a reaction to a reaction to a reaction to some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. Oh my god.
I wish I was able to see that. Was that one of
Yeah, I
was that part of the video that got lost in the long stream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, yeah, there was an hour block that I did for Mount Schmoedown in there where we did a profile on Smets. That got lost as well. So I'm like, we'll just redo it once Smets comes back and wins the belt. So it'll be good. It will be good.
I got a question. So, why is it that you need to take your glasses off to take a drink?
Great question. Great question.
Aerodynamics.
You know what? I like it. But serious. All right, there we go. Look, you know what? You're
Pinkies out.
So, real question here. What's with the beans?
Oh, it's a what the show.
What isn't with the beans?
It was actually on our show with Adam Witt and Paul Preston. We talked about the story about the bean dad.
Hey.
Yeah. You'll have to ask.
Bean
I think I forget what it was. It was like the dad that like refused to help his daughter open a can of beans or something like that. I forget what it was, but and he went viral for just kind of
Bean Dad. I remember seeing that trending recently. Yeah. So Jacob, you're Bean Dad?
That's Jacob's dad.
Wait, your
Guys,
dad
don't
is
speak
Bean
this
Dad
out,
and
otherwise
Jesse?
Christian's going to see it and he's like,
Wait,
that's
Jesse
great.
is
This
Bean
name
Dad?
now.
Christian does not like when competitors choose their own nicknames, by the way. So,
But I'm not
let's
choosing
try
it. This is
not
my
to
favorite.
use that because I would love to hear. Introducing first, Jacob the Beans Wittneben.
I mean, it works. The Wittneben. It really works. It flows off the tongue well. The bean.
I will
Wittneben.
take that name if that means I get to have a sit down conversation with the guy who played Beans and Even Stevens.
I mean, you could also be like the Mr. Bean of the Schmoedown, but
That guy's a legend.
yeah, Rowan Atkinson.
Good luck with that. That standards are too high.
Oh, can you imagine if we did like a mean tweets Schmoedown edition? Like,
Nope. Because some of those tweets are probably
yeah.
really awful.
Yeah.
actually, no, it would probably be more like YouTube comments and Facebook comments more than Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
anyways, yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny, but there also could be some just like
It'd be,
rude, hurtful things there. So I'm
yeah,
like, oh,
I would want to do like the stupid comments because there's so many like, especially in the Facebook group, just people
Oh
that
my gosh,
just
yeah,
have the
One of my
stupidest
favorite things
takes.
is when someone says something and it could be like 3 paragraphs long, and then Christian's comment and all he says is, "Huh?"
like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah,
I don't get it. I think you wrote
Yeah.
this just so you can read it to yourself.
And when you
Dude.
see that he wrote "huh" or just a question mark,
Oh,
you're like, "Oh, this poster fucked up somehow."
yeah,
Somehow.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
mean,
they're-
Deacon, you do have your own show. I think that would fit better on y'all's channel than ours. Let's be honest. Just Adam with just reading tweets.
yeah. Just
Here's
call
the
it
deal.
like, what about
here's
beans?
where I disagree
Bean
with
show.
that. Our channel is young and still trying to find its voice. So I think anything can fit. It's a matter of should it fit.
We can put it on Let's Get Ready. They always want.
Remember, last week
always want new shows.
we already learned last week that this is a channel where you fill in the gaps. So now going from filling in, yeah, no. Last week on our episode, Show Me the Money. I don't know if you caught it. Ferris kept saying the words "fill in the gaps."
Oh, okay.
Like he kept saying "filling in the gaps," but and then it kept changing context about what that meant.
Yeah.
So we were anticipating him swearing a lot, and it went from the fuck.
Yeah,
counter to the how
I
many
was
times-
expecting him to be very loud, so I brought his volume down just a little bit. He was like,
He was fun. He was
I
great.
was,
He did say
surprised.
fill in the gaps many times. I
Yes,
think
he
like
did.
14 times.
Yes,
Um,
he did. Question for both of you. How did you get introduced to the Schmoedown? Like, was there like a match or was there a personality?
Yeah, I can start this off. So I got like just into the whole movie space, movie fights. Chris Stuckman, John Flickinger, Jeremy Johns, Schmoedown. In like 2014 is when I started my movie phase that is yet to end, where I started like watching old movies and stuff. And I've always been a big, just general fan of trivia. So movie trivia Schmoedown, season 1 was recommended to me probably a few months after it aired. And so I went back and watched all those matches, loved it. Then found out season 2 was coming out, watched those. I think I watched them pretty much, not like live, but like as they happened. I think like at some point like that week I'd rewatch it. And then, became big Collider fan when Christian and all them were over there. And so season 3 got announced and we just rewatched on Zoom the other night. We just rewatched and had a lot of fun with the first season 3 match of John Campia versus Dan Merle. And I made the claim that they were all 5-pointers. And Jeff's like, no. But it was like 50-50 with like 5-pointers versus.
It was weird how difficult that early episode was. Like not difficult in like the questions were impossible, but just like where the questions landed, there were some like very difficult and oddly phrased ones early on. Like you could tell how far they've come. There was one where it's like, in this guy's movie, name someone else who was either an actor, actress, or director of it. Like there were some, they've definitely like changed up the way they've done it from then. And there were definitely some hard ones in round 1.
Yeah, the Predator, like what? One of the side characters of Predator.
They were just like who? Yeah, they just said the name of. It was Jesse Ventura's character from it. They were just like, who's this guy? And that was it. There's no substance to it. Just saying who plays this named character, and that's it. They didn't give any explanation. So that's much more difficult when it's a round one like right off the bat. And it's also, you could see how hard it was and like, because Dan's in that and he didn't do particularly well originally with the kind of questions that they had given, but also, he's grown over time. And I think one of the big things is based on all the promos, is growing and getting better over time is something that I think we can hopefully see from Jacob here as well.
Yeah.
Look at that. I brought it back. Jacob, how did you get into the Schmoedown?
Well, my journey in the Schmoedown is directly tied to Juice's. So he was
feel like I should give
basically
him
everything that he explained since the dawn of when he was watching, and he said, "Hey, I watched this show called Schmoedown Movie Show, and I started watching that, getting into a bit of that. Got really big into shows like, because Star Wars is that's my main thing, and so I really got into like things like Collider Jedi Council and whatnot, and then I got more into the Schmoedown. And for me, it's like the Star Wars, division is what I've really been focusing on. I was really big into similar to like Stuckman, Jeremy Johns, those guys. I've been watching the Star Wars matches for years now. Watch all Sam Witwer stuff, and then transition to the reign of terror that is Alex Damon, that is currently still going on. Just been watching a lot of that, and then I started expanding more over time into the other divisions. So I really got into all of Dan Myrtle's stuff and looking back on everything that he did, Roca, and it's just been a ride since then. And so being able to be a part of this it's very surreal.
That's cool.
I think this is a lot of people's, because it's mine as well. That first time I heard of Christian Harloff was Jedi Council, so I found Collider. First match I ever watched was Campia v. Merle. Watching matches from like seasons 1 to 3, and then watching the ones now, it's completely different. Like
Trippy.
Like especially with teams, it'd be like you get a question, you get a question, you get a question. Like,
Yeah.
it's so odd, but I love the Schmoedown so much.
Yeah, like for me, that was my first one as well, was Campia v. Merle when it dropped on Collider. But like I had been a Screen Junkies person for a while, listening to like listening to their shows and stuff. And then I also like I joined Screen Junkies Plus. Like I subscribed to that.
Too. Oh,
They had a
gosh,
streaming
how
service
that
before it was cool. Like they they did the whole streaming
They
thing.
added the Plus, yeah. And then I don't know how I also got on to Schmoe's No, but I was listening to a lot of Schmoe's No reviews, and I didn't even know about Collider until one day they were like, by the way, we're with Collider now. And then they dropped the Schmoedown, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm checking this out then. And that's just how it started for me. And, been paying attention to it ever since. And like, for instance, the huge like build up here, Zach mentioning here, Roca v. Mance was his first match. I watched the match. I didn't understand it back then, like what they were trying to do, and that they just built up this whole thing, like the Bespin thing. I didn't understand why that was important. I didn't get it.
I don't know how he has not gotten I just want PJ to throw that in like his next match and just see if Roca gets it or not.
I'm pretty sure he's gotten it again. I thought he did. I thought he has gotten a Bespin question again since.
No. I want PJ to throw in the exact same question. Just to
the
kinda
likelihood
troll
of that, yeah. I mean, all questions that have previously been asked, except for ones that probably need to be re-edited based on how they're asking questions now versus then, like that.
Yep.
Name someone who was an actor, actress, director, or whatever on this one film that starred this other person. Like that sort of thing obviously probably doesn't get asked nowadays, but they do have all previous questions for the most part being like available.
Question from the chat for Justin the Juice. In the Mighty Ducks, what is Emilio Estevez's character's names?
I know it now that I've seen it. Finally,
is it Bean Juicer?
Wait, I think I got it. Yeah, it's Gordon Bombay.
Gordon Bombay.
All right.
Gordon Bombay. My Mighty Ducks growing up was the direct-to-video movie of the animated Mighty Ducks, where they were like anthropomorphic ducks that played hockey in like an alternate reality on Earth. But that's me.
I told this the other day too. I was always a MVP Most Valuable Primate fan.
Yeah.
Did you see those, Jacob? We had the same library. We lived in the same town.
Yeah, no, I did. I didn't remember them exactly when you brought them up, but then I started thinking, being like, wait a second. I watched all of those movies when I was a kid. Those are great.
Yeah, the Airbud of like the more intense sports that a dog could do.
The 90s had some amazing not Disney Plus, just like Disney Channel original movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's another
Do a
good.
watch-along?
Yeah, we could do a
Yeah.
what?
Ooh, yeah.
A what
It's-
along?
Just I need to have at least 9 beers available to me again for another one of those. Because that's what I got through last time.
Yeah, that was funny. I got home like right from work, and then walked into everyone
you walked into about 40 minutes into Cats, and everyone's wasted because we were like, yes, we will take a drink every time they say the word Jellicle. And then they said Jellicle a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just sitting there eating Taco Bell.
Gosh,
Yeah, you were. Whit, have you seen Cats?
you couldn't pay me to watch that movie.
Yep, that's my stance too. Like you would have to probably pay me at least a couple $1,000s to watch that movie.
That's a movie that I feel like I would literally probably have a hard time sleeping after I watch it.
I was like, this is so weird.
Like,
you're
just what?
you're even kind of a musical guy a little bit too.
I am. And I know that the music from Cats is absolutely beautiful, but just the still images that I've seen have terrified me.
If you think
said
the images,
don't do it.
Hey man, look, if the images terrify you, I got news for you. The film is scarier.
I'm sure. Here's the crazy thing though, guys. With movies like that, just every single time with big budget movies like that, think of how many people that has to go through to hit the big screen, and that all those people have to say, "This is good." Like, how many people?
Just remember, Universal and and Amblin and all the other companies that funded this film, that money could have gone to like fix the Flint water crisis. But no, we got Cats.
We got Cats.
Oh my gosh, that makes it worse. That's so much worse now.
Because you're right, Bethany. It was a terrible idea.
Oh, Bethany, no, it was an awful idea, but I'm so glad that we did it, and I can't wait to do it again. I'm telling you, man,
like,
we do something like Batman and
No.
Robin, and just
Okay, I was like,
along.
if you go Batman v
No.
Superman, do not compare Cat.
I'm not gonna watch that. I'm not gonna watch that piece of garbage. No,
Yeah,
Batman and Robin, which is a different kind of piece of garbage, in which you take a drink every time someone says an ice pun.
Didn't we talk about doing The Room as well?
We did talk about doing The Room.
Yeah.
I think that one. One of us might have to figure out a way to get a digital copy of that somehow.
Yeah.
Batman v Superman, Alien versus Predator.
No, we were all gonna get.
VVF.
We were gonna get the other movie that they just made.
And so the
on
next
Amazon,
thing,
Best Friends.
Best
Or
Friends.
Best
Yeah. I forgot we did that. I forgot that we had Googled it. Right?
And so the nice
the
thing with StreamYard now is if someone actually owns the movie on their computer somehow, like in an actual digital file, they can just put it on the screen and everyone can watch. You just don't stream it because then it'll get flagged. So
yeah,
because I think that might because Zoom's screen sharing for video feature is not very good. It lags really bad.
Well, yeah, I mean, one thing though that we will do at some point is like they have Mike has the Blu-ray. I'll probably get the Blu-ray or I'll download the movie or something for myself.
Oh, perfect.
Like everyone can get a copy of it somehow for themselves. That's not going to be the hard thing to do. We just all make sure that we have the right time code, just like we did with Cats, and it'll work out just fine. But I mean, Jacob, what is your what's since you seem so intent on not watching Cats, what is your awful film that you can't live without?
Guilty pleasure movie.
There's a lot.
I'm not going to say guilty
awful
pleasure
film.
because I don't think that you should feel guilty for liking an awful film.
I'm going to exclude. I'm going to exclude the. Oh, I got one, but I'm going to exclude the Star Wars prequels because I think that they're in a separate.
They're not okay. 1 and 2 are not very good, but I love Revenge of the Sith.
Right, and
I have been on that train. That Revenge of the Sith is in my top tier of all Star Wars movies.
By the way, before you say anything, I'm pretty sure Tyler here in the chat, I think he meant to say Velocipaster because I don't think that he just wanted to yell Velociraptor in the chat.
Velociraptor!
The one with Michael Rosenbaum.
Is he in it?
Yeah,
Velocipaster?
I believe that's the or I'm thinking of something else. Didn't he do a show?
Yeah, there we go. Velocipaster. That's it. But anyways, back to Wit.
I think it. There's got to be another one, but off the top of my head, I think. Oh man, I'm gonna get so much garbage for this.
Oh,
From
But you're acknowledging that whatever
X-Men
you're about to say is
Origins
awful.
Wolverine.
Oh boy!
Hey man,
Terrible
that's-
movie that I can't live
it's awful.
without. Just because when I was little, when that movie came out, that movie was amazing. Because I'm just like, I love Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. You know, like people of this current. I mean, I guess I'm not too departed from this current generation, but like teenagers love Iron Man. You know, like Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark. I love Hugh Jackman's Wolverine.
So you want to hear my relationship with X-Men Origins Wolverine? I've
Yes.
seen the film one time in 2009, but back in 2009, what I don't know if you heard about what happened to the movie before its release. Was in the months before its release, someone leaked an incomplete version of the film online. So I watched the incomplete version of the film online before it came out into theaters. Where the entire finale, at like the nuclear thing and whatnot, like the big tube thing where nuclear reactors have that stuff. I watched it where all the special effects were unfinished.
Yeah.
So it was these
I
weird,
watched the same one.
these weird, like almost completed bodies fighting each other on top of like this obviously fake computer generated like smokestack.
Oh no.
And I'm pretty sure it was better than if I watched the full film normally.
I was gonna say it's like because the problem with the film. Well, there's a lot of problems with the film, but the
Yes, there are.
effects are terrible.
CGI claws? Come on.
There's those claws. You can see those claws. Like
You
I didn't
really can
notice them.
see it where like it's literally sitting on top of his knuckles.
They're super photoshopped because like usually they did a really good job of making sure that like they did like a skin split effect in his knuckles, but they didn't. It just appeared like in Microsoft Paint.
No, I get it. I mean, look, sometimes you really need to focus on computer-generated effects on hands, because otherwise, like in 2019's seminal film Cats, you get the shot of Judi Dench holding her hand like that, and you could see her wedding ring on because she didn't take it off when she filmed.
Oh no!
You could see her jewelry. She didn't take it off. She was like, no, fuck that.
She was a married
paint
cat.
around it.
Yeah.
Origins Deadpool greater than Ferris. I don't know. I don't know about that.
Origins
I
Dead.
don't know about that, man.
Yeah,
That's-
did Deadpool in that movie. Like I was mad for so long. So glad that we got an actual Deadpool movie. Like I'm like, I know they call the villain there at the end Deadpool, but I'm like, nope, that's not Deadpool. That's not. no, that-
As
the
Zach
mouth-
points out
mouth
here,
shown.
as Zach points out here, they unfortunately in Origins they filled in one too many gaps there by sewing up that mouth.
Yep.
The scene in the beginning is cool though, when he's running through all the wars and stuff. That was fun.
That's a cool one.
After
But
that.
I mean, that's
the
a cool
first
one. but
act
much-
of the movie isn't too bad. It's
No.
once he leaves the crew is when it
Yeah.
just gets like.
And it's not poorly
I mean-
casted either.
No, it's
I mean,
not.
Will I Am's a
No.
little weird, but actually,
You
no,
know-
because his character is he's actually very true to the character. So I'm an idiot, but that the whole cast I thought was well casted. Personally, it's
Did
just
you know? I'm pretty sure it's because of X-Men Origins Wolverine that we got Black Eyed Peas the end and the beginning albums. The Black Eyed Peas like crazy like left turn into electronic music
probably
because they were filming in Australia, I believe. Because I remember this interview from him like 12 years ago, where they were filming in Australia, and then he'd like go to these house clubs and whatnot, and he like started seeing this like underground like electronic party music, and he's like, this is what we have to do, and that's what they learned. And if it wasn't for X-Men Origins Wolverine, we might not have gotten I'm a bee, probably.
Mhm.
That song in which Will I Am says over and over, I'm a bee. which would have been great if that came out 2 years prior because it would have been able to be featured in B Movie from Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh man,
Ooh,
missed
that's
opportunity.
a movie we should watch. That's a
We should,
great.
you know what?
But that's good.
That's the one that I would push for us to do B Movie. I would absolutely push us to do B Movie.
I haven't seen that since it came out.
But B Movie was one of those movies it's been so, it's kind of like, like with The Room and even with the prequels, it's been so memed, it's almost lovable.
You want to know how memed it is, Jacob? I quoted the B Movie opening credits in my wedding vows.
Wait, what? Did you really?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
That's
Let me. It's
That's
something.
else.
Mike.
It's what did I say here? I have it saved. I have the whole script saved on my phone. Yeah, no, I started the movie. I started it off saying, according to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly.
You're still married?
Yeah, its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. So yes, it has in fact been so memed that I think that it is in fact lovable. Weird insect bestiality aside.
Wow.
I have not seen it since theaters.
I think you should. I'm going to give
It
you a
came out
point
2006, I
for
think.
suggesting we should do that for.
I will
for
only
watching.
watch it if it gets a theatrical re-release, which it well deserves.
You're right. I agree about theatrical re-release. However, is there ever going to be anything released in theaters again?
Exactly. Post-pandemic, I mean.
Post-pandemic. What is post-pandemic?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, fair.
I can't even fathom us getting there right now. Like everything is such a mess.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what I would do.
I disagree, Mike. I don't think that would be a great podcast name. I do think that would be a sick nickname. Jacob, the insect bestiality Wittneben.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That'd
But-
be pretty good.
Oh, he's
But
taking his glasses off. He must
Justin.
be taking a drink.
Same question.
Seriously taking a drink.
Same question to Justin. What's a movie that you like that most people would probably think is a terrible movie?
Man, I knew I was going to get asked this, and I could have been using this time to think. Man, what do I love? I'm definitely not pulling up a list of movies that I've seen in my lifetime. Let me try and think of something like,
What about Spider-Man 3?
oh, Spider-Man 3. Yes.
Yeah, I was just saying. You love Spider-Man 3.
Great. Yeah, you know me better than I do.
Yeah, that's the whole dancing montage. Oh my gosh, it's so
That's the
freaking
best.
cheesy. And the thing is, I knew this movie was gonna be bad. They freaking casted Foreman as Eddie Brock, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ!
It
what's
was
some dirt in your eye.
that?
it
I'm gonna
was,
put some
it was-
dirt in your eye.
it's so weird, like, because I grew up on Spider-Man 3. I didn't watch that 70s show till later on, till a few years ago, and it's so weird to go back rewatching Spider-Man 3 knowing that's Foreman. It doesn't look like even the same person, because I mean, a quintessential part of Foreman is that hair, is his long hair, and for it, like, completely gone almost is it's like unrecognizable. And also, I only see Mark Ellis now when I see Topher Grace. So,
Yeah.
And
but
also,
yeah, I love Spider-Man 3.
what they did with Venom was just ridiculous. I was like, no, this isn't Venom. And yeah, the whole thing, like, Sony's like, you should put it in there. And Sam Raimi has never liked Venom, so, and you can tell.
Yeah,
The problem is that it's not just that he necessarily didn't like Venom. It's that he found that Venom was just not interesting. He didn't think that Venom was an interesting character. Eric Foreman could be Alex. Damn it, maybe. I mean, back when there was only one Star Wars movie.
Well, yeah.
I mean, based on the time frame, there was the one.
Yeah.
That's
Alex
it.
was probably not born.
That's also true. You know, if I think the one movie for me, other than most recently it being Cats, is probably. You ever see Frank Miller's The Spirit?
No.
It's been a while.
We are going to because it's on the Inner Geekdom list, but
I know.
Mhm.
It is quite bad. It is very bad. It is really, 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 really awful. But I saw it at 10 a.m. On like a Wednesday with some friends after like everyone like slept over together and like hung out and had like a pizza night thing. And then we all went in the morning to go see the shitty ass movie. And then we went to like Friendlies like right after it to talk about it. And there are some quotes that like they linger in my mind ever since. Samuel L. Jackson as an over the top villain, melting a cat with acid, is one of the strangest things I've ever seen on camera. It's definitely Austin. The Spirit is lovably bad. I remember Roger Ebert said it was like watching wet cardboard dry.
That's the Schmoedown XX5XX or whatever question. I think that
Was it
that
really?
Yes.
Draco got.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. I don't remember what the question is, but the answer is
Yeah.
the Spirit.
Everyone remembers the XX5XX thing.
Yep.
I know it happened. I don't even I forgot what the question was, but now it does feel like it was the Spirit. But yeah, no, I love the Spirit, even though it's big pile of doo doo.
Mark starts laughing at it because he's like, he knows how ridiculous that movie is. Like, it just comes to his brain. He's like, oh man, this is. And of course, Bibiani was the only other one that knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's still one of the best moments in Schmoedown history because just the way that the people at the desk responded.
Yeah.
Because then they saw it on the board that it was XX5XX.
Mm-hmm.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
So I know we don't want to end up having this go too long. I know that I have at least like one last question here for both of you. If it's going to be a big year. You got a lot to look forward to. Maybe you'll play a match, maybe you'll get vaccinated, maybe both. And what do you think? What out of everything that's upcoming for you, between working with Sam Levine and the potential of matches, and now like bonding with a new faction, what do you think is probably like the most exciting thing for you right now? What are you looking forward to the most out of all of this?
Honestly, I'm really excited to compete, obviously, but I'm really excited for the character work. I'm really excited to get because I'm a big pro wrestling fan, and that was something that really drew me to the Schmoedown really quick. Hearing that this thing's got a WWE flavor, because let me tell you, I've been watching that stuff my whole life. I'm excited to cut promos. I'm excited.
I think that's one thing that everyone stays for. Like, some people may like come to it to see the trivia, but it's the character work and like the actual game part of the Schmoedown that makes them stay. Because let's be honest, watching people answer movie trivia is kind of boring. Like, if they're just being themselves.
If it's not that like movie trivia is easy or anything, but like if it's just isolated to just movie trivia, there's a lot of that. But there's to what the Schmoedown does, like, and how it presents it, is a whole different form of entertainment that I'm so excited to be a part of. And that's really what I'm zoning in on. I mean, I'm studying like crazy right now. Make no mistake, but I'm really excited for the promo work for sure.
You better not fuck it up this year. You're on one of my fantasy rosters.
Yeah, I know.
That's
right. When you
I have a vested interest in you succeeding.
Imagine being like you're on my fantasy roster. Don't mess this up for me.
Don't fuck this up. And this Star Trek question you got tonight, not off to a great start, man.
Hey, everybody knows everything about X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen again. Never gonna happen again.
What's the name of the first Star Trek feature film?
Star Trek: The Motion Picture, released in 1979.
All right, there we
go. The pacing in that movie, dear God, I would.
Yeah.
Like, that first act is so slow. It's so slow. I'm like, let's
Mhm.
go. Like, can we
Yeah.
get to something
Yeah.
here? Like, anytime
Speaking of let's go, Juice. We've heard Christian on stereo when he's been talking about Jacob and other people before the draft and whatnot, going like the slow motion picture.
Nice.
Just saying like, man, Jacob, he's really exciting and whatnot, but that guy Juice, I need that guy Juice to be in his promos. I need him to be there with him when he does this stuff. So, I'm not saying, reveal whatever or whatever that might be happening, but you've been around like every step of the way here with Jacob. Obviously we heard from 4th grade, you've been together doing all this stuff. Schmoedown from day one, fans together. All same question to you, seeing what your friend is going to do, if you get to participate, seeing if you also will get the vaccine. What is the most exciting thing happening to you this year? What are you most excited for?
It would definitely be if Jacob got a studio match going, flying to LA, and eating the pizza at the getting a shot of Bullet Bourbon from Barbarian and eating their pizza. That's it.
That's a good one. I got a bottle of bourbon in my freezer right now.
In the freezer, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just excited to hang out with people, to meet everyone. And what's even cooler than, and this would be, an answer regardless of where we're at or not, but when we finally get to meet everyone, all of you guys, at this point, I'm way more excited to meet all of you than to meet the actual Schmoedown people. I could not be more excited for.
You are meeting a decent number of them in what, like 2-ish months there down in Florida, right?
Yes, exactly. So them, yeah, I'm way more. There's a couple of Schmoedown competitors coming, but I cannot wait to finally meet. Yeah, right. Like I've never met AJ and Mike and Bethany. I've never met. It's all we all met on
person.
Last Channel Standing in
like,
person. In person. Yeah,
you've never been able to walk up, put your arms around them, hold them, caress their back, say it's going to be okay. It's always just had to be a little ASMR when you have to talk to them, isn't it?
Hello.
Right? Hello.
So going to Orlando for that. It's going to be the best.
All right. So we did get a Streamlabs, by the way, from the amazing Austin Cadell, call sign Caddyshack. Do you like jazz?
Is that all it said? That's what it said.
That's literally all it says.
No,
I was like, I don't
like jazz.
I'm like, I don't know context. So,
do you know the context there, Jacob? Do you know the?
Alan, that is way too hard. Alan, that is a round 3.
Oh shoot. He's dang it. Because I just put the Star Trek dossier together for Jacob, so I'm like, I know that. Dang it. I think it's one of the older ones, I think. I think it was Generations. I think it was Generations because I remember I think it was the one that came out in 91 because I was like,
arguably my favorite TOS film, The Undiscovered Country.
Ah.
Oh, you're right. Because
91.
Because I got the 91. Yeah. Right. Because
Movie
Generations
release
94.
What's funny
So
is
many.
it took me a second to also click where the Do You Like Jazz is, because Jacob here leans in and says it like fucking Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. They're like, you like jazz?
You're right.
Smacking his lips.
That
was Jerry Seinfeld as a bee.
Yeah.
You like jazz?
That'll be my wedding vow. That'll just be the vows. Do you
Just
like
smacking
jazz?
your lips and do you like jazz? All right, no, your turn.
Do you like jazz?
You like
do.
jazz?
Thank you.
So I
That's
guess
it.
just final thing here, Jacob. Anything you kind of want to say to the internet and any Schmoedown fan watching?
Schmoedown fans watching, get yourself, first off, I will be back in second. Get yourself some Usual Suspects merch, man. Do it. Be awesome. Help the Usual Suspects. The Wit and Juice, we need you to do that. Cool people do that. That's that. So
Good call.
Yeah. So my
Yeah, it's
plan is
not.
basically every paycheck I will buy a faction shirt because they're a little bit pricey. So I'm like, all right, every check I'll buy a different faction shirt just so that I can make sure to help each faction. Because so far the things that they have, like the shirts, is the only thing I can use. I can't buy a sweater. I live in Phoenix. I'll never get to wear it. I might,
Where you
I
wear it to
might
a
wear-
New York Live event
yeah,
or something.
yeah. Like the
sure.
only
Yeah.
time that I'll wear a sweater is if I leave Phoenix, because it rarely here gets under 50 degrees. So
Gosh.
I mean, you
We're-
guys are in Wisconsin, right?
It was negative.
So-
Like I woke up yesterday, I looked at my phone, it was like -9, and I just put my phone down and just chucked it across.
So
the room.
having some Usual Suspects hoodies is probably going to be really good for you guys.
yes. Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm gonna get
cool though. Other than that, I mean, I think that's really pretty much it, guys. I mean, we'll
Yeah,
start
it was
with you,
fun.
Juice. Before we kind of close everything out, like where can everyone find you?
Yeah, so like mentioned before, which very thankful for that plug, and thankful for Bethany for signing up to the new Patreon. With that, it's not just me saying give me money. It's request a video, request either like a song or
you do it better than John Roca does. I will say that.
You mean when he's like, "Hey, listen, you candy ass, you're going to give
Yeah.
us money right now, so that way I will continue to sit
Yeah,
here
right,
and get paid
right.
to say, give us money."
Come on, yeah, you guys are all lazy sitting in your rooms like what we give you all this content. Come on. So no, I could do that, but I'm not going to.
Also,
yeah.
you're not just doing that; you're playing the guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right.
Awesome.
So I'm already
You have
worked on my
actual
first.
talent. You have actual talent, unlike Roca.
My aunt signed up for it and requested too much time on my hands by Styx, and so all today this morning I was just recording the cover for that. So make a full video. So yeah, you can like. And it's more high priority based on like the amount, just $5, $10,
Yeah.
and $20. But
Yeah, of course.
Regardless, check out the channel trailer that's on the first video on my channel, Justin the Juice. And I did like a highlight reel. Austin Monlock is actually featured in that video because we did the cold water
Who
challenge.
just
together.
he just subscribed to our channel. So Austin,
nice.
thank you very much for that. You're getting very. I think that
What a
gives
guy.
us about 80 subscribers, 20
Yeah.
away from 100, which I would really
Thank
like.
God you know
if-
math.
Thank you. I would
I should
really.
subscribe for my
It would
burner
be so great if we could get to
Do it, I do.
100 in the month of February. That way we can make that custom URL. Like that is my goal for the month. Is hopefully we can get those 20 here this month.
Yeah.
And then we can have a custom URL so it's easier for people to find us.
Yeah. I
Instead
agree.
of saying, "Oh, search Schmoe Me the Money," you'll find it. We could just tell them.
at this. Yeah, but at this point, as you can see here, winding down, saying our goodbyes. It has been decided. Jacob Wittneben has won the interview, 38-35.
This is an outrage. This is unfair.
First victory of the season.
By the way,
Oh,
this is the link to Justin's YouTube.
Just
So
just
if you
to,
guys want to go ahead over there and subscribe to his channel.
everything about you is branded to be the juice, and your URL is head crabs and parkour.
I just read.
That's amazing. Really quick. Last thing. I do also. I don't know if your thing for me. I do also have a YouTube channel and a Twitter.
Oh yeah, no. I was about to ask you for that. We
Okay,
just
I'm
got
sorry.
kinda
I'm
sidetracked
sorry if
by
I gave that.
what
time
a
up.
weird URL that is.
Yes.
Maybe we'll have you on next time, and you'll be able to explain the inspiration between that break in branding.
8th grade fan.
He used to be a parkour man.
Yeah, parkour was actually why I made a YouTube channel.
Okay, we actually do
Parkour
need to
video.
make another parkour video. We
Yeah,
legitimately need to bring that back.
Somebody give me
Can
$20.
Your first
You do it-
promo.
doing a promo.
Like you
Yeah,
guys
doing a
should do some parkour in your first promo.
Yeah. We need it.
Parkour
Yeah.
promo.
Oh yeah. Great.
Just be like, Jesse, I know you probably know the name of the second Star Wars film released in 1980, but can you do this? And then just jump off of a balcony.
1982.
Just break his back.
The second one was 1982. I don't believe it was 5 years later.
3 years.
It was
79.
No, it was
Star Wars.
I said Star Wars.
Wow, I'm an idiot.
You fucking ass, you moron. But anyway, Justin the Juice, no, yeah. But anyways, Jacob, where can people find you other than in the usual suspects?
Twitter and YouTube, both under the label of WittJD, WITT JD. That's basically my standard social media handle. Twitter and YouTube. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Definitely go ahead there and go ahead and support.
What do you do on your
Wit-
YouTube channel?
Well, lately I've
You know
been
what
doing a
Juice
lot
does.
of Star Wars videos, reviews, analysis, and whatnot, especially considering how we did The Mandalorian. I took a little break from that because when I figured out that I was on the draft list for the Schmoedown, I kind of went neck deep with that. And then, so lately I've been doing, that's where Juice and I have been posting the Schmoedown promos. But I'm going to get back more into my traditional content.
Nice.
Shortly. So yeah,
Sounds good. One last question, I think, before we end up here. Mike brings up a very good point. Juice, your Twitter handle is Justin the Juice 1. Who is Justin the Juice?
Yeah, I know, right? Instagram too. I was actually thinking because I just updated my Instagram to have like a link in bio or whatever, and I gotta find these people and be like, give me the rights, man.
Yeah, eventually
Oh,
you'll
it
also
is.
do it for your own
And
YouTube
you know
channel.
how much it would suck is if it's a person that like created it years ago and they don't use it.
Yeah, right. I just switched it. I got Justin Juice on YouTube. I just changed
Nice.
it
Oh, it's a
fascinating.
person with a private account, by the way. Oh, screw you.
on Twitter.
Yeah, I just put twitter.com/Justin the Juice.
I'm gonna follow him and say you're a
Well,
scumbag.
I have it.
So, yeah, I was like, can you change your username because I want Justin the Juice. So, but no, fellas, it was so great to have you on.
Yep.
Jacob, I am so excited to watch you play this year. I do kind of want that Wit v Wit match. Christian, if you're watching, can we please?
We know
try
you
and
are.
I doubt it. Let's be honest. That would be great to see that match. A Wit v Wit match would be spectacular. Justin, it is always great talking to you. Literally the best mustache in the Schmoedown space. I will say that.
Yeah.
Way better than Paul Denuzo.
I got an exclusive photo to show you guys.
Oh my.
You guys are very familiar with Joseph Boros, correct?
I am.
Yes. We know
Oh
just
wait, I think I saw him post something that
I don't know.
he has a-
Yeah, I don't know if he put it in any of the
so
chat.
exclusive.
He DM'd me individually.
Well,
Just
you've gone too
this.
deep. Now we got to see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if he put it in the chats too, but
Pretty good.
Oh,
so good. But he shaved it right away. So
Pretty good there.
Ooh.
So yeah, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/schmoemoney. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, like the video if you haven't. Also, once this video is over, if some of you could just leave some comments on the video, it does help us kind of push the video out there so more people can find it and see how great Jacob and Justin are. We do have our normal show, Schmoe Me the Money, tomorrow. It's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. And these are our guests: Matt Thomas from Spin for the Real, Kelsey Kirkland from Call to Action, and our first Schmoedown competitor, Jader the Hurricane Paramo of the Den, will be on, and we will be discussing the matches that Christian had announced last Friday, not the ones today, because we had already set everything up. So we might bring them up throughout, but we won't be discussing them too much. But it's going to be very fun tomorrow. We will definitely have to make sure that we get Jacob on to discuss those and get Justin on. It's always great to talk to you guys. We will see you all next time.